It's an old engine.
Oh yeah.
Days are numbered. But hopefully
Hey, don't say
today is not that day.
Hopefully this week is not that week.
Have we ever made it this far on this trail?
No!
Are we excited?
Yeah!
How you feeling?
Just feeling pretty good.
And sooner or later the day will come when I put this car on its top, and we'll find out exactly how good it is.
Well, I want to be watching instead of riding when you do that.
What tire pressure are we going to, Zoe?
15,
What were we at yesterday?
17,
How'd 17 feel?
pretty good. But doing some harder trails, so airing down more.
A little more grip, a little more cushion.
Oh yeah.
What trail are we doing today? Do you remember?
Razzleberry Run or
Razzle Dazzle.
Razzleberry.
Yeah. We were here doing this trail last year this time. How did it go last year?
All right. Broke my axle, my CV axle.
Yeah, you broke a CV axle shaft and you broke the whole axle housing.
Yeah, shattered.
Yep. So you got a whole new front end this year.
Oh yeah.
What'd you get?
Solid axle swap.
Tahoe Overlanding did our solid axle swap, so we have a Dana 44 up front now. They did a great job. Green powder coating on all the parts to match the green racing stripes, and
Oh yeah.
this is our first real wheeling with it, right? Not nearly as hard as what we're gonna be doing today, that's for sure.
Yep, so kind of her maiden voyage.
So how are you feeling being back on the trail that busted it last time?
Good. I'm excited and I'm nervous. I just don't want to break it again, but hopefully I want to like get on the same obstacle and get it up this time.
Last year you were 15. We barely bought the vehicle last year.
Yeah. Now I actually have my license.
And you're daily driving this thing.
Yeah.
So breaking it means you gotta what? Ride the bus to school.
You're right. Yeah, how much did we burn the other day?
I think you burned over a quart of oil yesterday, actually.
Started at full and burned over a quart.
Yep. So we just need to keep an eye on it.
Crazy.
It's an old engine.
Oh yeah.
Days are numbered. But hopefully
Hey, don't say
today is not that day.
Hopefully this week is not that week.
Hopefully this week is not that week.
We got the cattle guard coming up, so I got to make sure that I'm going to be okay for this. I haven't aired down yet, so we're going to air down to about 16, 17 PSI. Make sure I can get over that cattle guard.
Okay, a little bit driver, just a little, no, not that much. Passenger. Turn a little passenger. There you go, hold it just like that. Yeah, come on, bring it just like that. Okay, now wait, on my signal, keep coming, a little more, just like that. Okay, hard driver. Okay, yeah, bring it down. You're doing good.
There's the damage from last time.
Oh, you're doing good. Yeah, hang in there. Okay, whoa. A little more, and then we gotta stack some rocks. Somebody bring me a rock. For real, we're bringing it. Stop. Whoa. Rock. Give me a rock. Need a rock.
We got it.
Yeah. Stack this. Get it in there. Okay. Now you're just gonna roll through. Just roll through. All right. Ready? Set. Easy. Okay, roll through. Oh, yeah! Woo! Okay, so last year, this day, this time, Phil was stuck here for like a half hour. So we spotted him through this, so we're we've got some good karma going, right?
Yeah.
But shortly, as soon as we got him unstuck around the corner down here,
I'm aware.
is when you shattered everything. So
Who's spotting me?
I think everyone was spotting you last time, which might have been the problem. We had too many spotters.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's go do it again. Without the breaky this time.
Yeah.
All right.
And the bouncy.
And out without the bouncy.
We were thinking the last one was it, but this is it.
This is definitely it, yeah. And this one's worse. Hope just no hopping.
No hopping.
No hopping.
One spotter this time.
Yeah, my dad's gonna hop out and spot me once he gets situated.
What's the name of your ride?
Tink, like Tinkerbell, because we got the green stripes up there. And if you come in here, we got Tink right here. And we got Periwinkle back there. Got some Tinkerbell stickers on the back. Oh yeah.
Okay, now let off the brake and then roll into it. More. You gotta bump into that. A little bit more. Don't be so timid. That's exactly what I said a year ago. There you go, keep going. Okay, now we're just gonna bump into it. And when you do, it's gonna make everything hop when that comes down and it goes like this. So don't be on the throttle too much, but then when it grabs again, be prepared to roll back into it and come up the top.
So once I get a bump, let off the throttle.
If it makes you bounce, then let off a little bit. But if the tires are turning, even if they're sliding, keep going. But just if it's bouncing.
Okay, just holler at me, okay?
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah, perfect, go. Hard passenger.
Yay!
Dude. Great job, kid.
Thanks.
You did a really great job.
Thanks.
So we've done a lot of work on this in the last year to tighten up that front end to make it so it wasn't so bad, and you've got a lot more seat time than you did last year, so
Yeah.
you did a really good job.
Thanks.
But sometimes the answer is a little bit more, not be too timid, but a little bit more throttle, you know?
Yeah.
You saw Zoe do this. You gonna do it?
You gonna make me?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right. So, gear down all the way. Put it all the way into low. Alex is gonna spot you through. Watch him and listen to him.
Okay.
All right. Pump it. Have her roll it.
I'm wondering if it's in 4 low. Usually it's more of a billy goat than this.
All the way forward. That feels like 4 low. So how was it, guys?
But also terrifying. You're welcome.
I thought she was praying in the back, but she's just doing her nails. She's like oblivious, like, yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah. We don't know where we're going though. Have we ever made it this far on this trail?
No!
Are we excited?
We originally thought the CV axle just came out. That was not correct because the differential, the axle housing is shifted upward. So now we're going back to the plan that we kind of thought we would do, I think 2 hours ago, or we're just going to cut the CV axle off and go home. That's where we're at.
And that's how it is.
For the record, I aired down.
Welcome back to AYL. I'm Jake and this is Kurt with Slick Rock Productions, and we finally made it down, even though it's January, to Moab, Utah.
It's been a little chilly down here, but we're still in Moab, so we're happy. We don't really care so much.
Exactly. So we were excited because we've been wanting to get some seat time in the new Kawasaki H2s, and we've been able to do that this weekend.
So, you know, the H2 was kind of built around Baja, around dunes. It's a very fast, high horsepower machine. It's a performance machine. Their target was kind of that demographic. What our question is, what we want to know, because we love the cars. We love the styling of them. We love how Kawasaki builds cars. We want to know if we can rock crawl in them, if we can turn them into mountain machines, if we can turn them into trail machines. What modifications are we going to end up doing in the future to make it more of a universal platform?
Right, yep, for sure.
So I think the best thing to do is we're sitting here in beautiful Moab. Let's hit the trails. Let's find out how they operate.
Let's do it.
Oh, I think it's really great. I love the power. The suspension is very, very nice.
It's really roomy in here too.
Oh,
Very
man,
comfort.
I'm 6'6", and I got tons of room.
Yeah, I like the inside feel to it. I'm certainly really impressed with the suspension.
Oh, I love this thing.
The shocks are really smooth. When you let that suspension loose and it just absorbs and articulates, it feels really, really good through this stuff. The Carnivore tires that come factory on these, they're a good tire. They're a little more mud. They're a decent compound, but not a lot of surface area on them for rock crawling, you know?
Right. Well, this thing will be amazing with a few small modifications.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have to do a whole lot to this car to make it one extremely capable rock crawler. You kind of get this world where the factory is building cars so much better. It's taking a lot of our to-do list stuff out of play.
Right.
Ooh, that's a good drop.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, a little more clearance and we wouldn't have had any problem.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I had to come up with one complaint, that's all I've got.
Yeah.
It's about 3 inches lower than it should be for this wheelbase because it's set up for a performance car.
Right.
This is the first factory cage I've ever seen that I like. This may very well be the very first car I don't put an aftermarket cage on.
You know what I like about this cage? It's got headroom for big guys.
It does.
There's tons of room up here.
And sooner or later the day will come when I put this car on its top and we'll find out exactly how good it is.
Well, I want to be watching instead of riding when you do that. How about putting a heater in it so it'll be a little warmer when we're wheeling down here in the winter?
I'll get you a heated seat so I don't have to hear you complain in your old age. True independent suspension works best when it's free. When you have a sway bar connected, it moves both tires either front or back non-independently. So when you disconnect your sway bars, you have true independent suspension. What you get out of that when you're rock crawling is you get all 4 tires with a lot more articulation, you get a lot more contact on the ground of the rocks, it's a lot more stable on the rocks.
So the application to run sway bars is going to be more your high-speed desert dunes, trying to keep everything as stable, hence the name stabilizers, as possible.
Correct. So if you have a stabilizer hooked up, it's keeping the car flat to keep all 4 tires squatted down and planted on the ground. When you're rock crawling, we want the exact opposite. We want a lot of free motion for traction and for stability and for maximal articulation.
And the cool thing is about sway bars in most applications, unhooking them and hooking them back up is a fairly simple process, so it never has to be a permanent thing, especially for those guys who only come rock crawling 1-2 times a year.
But a lot of great aftermarket applications for quick disconnects, highly recommended when doing the rock.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Dude, feeling pretty good. I don't know. I tried to come into this with no preconceived notions, any of that. I just tried to come in with a blank slate. I didn't try to have any particular thoughts because I didn't want to
have a biased opinion when it comes out.
Yeah.
Because my thought is get into a stock machine and go do what we've done a billion times. And you kind of get this pre-notion that it's not going to be very fun. It's not going to be very comfortable.
Yep.
They're not going to be as capable. But I can 100% tell you that I'm very, very impressed with the machine.
Yep, we still have a lot of seat time ahead of us. I cannot wait what's coming. And speaking of what's ahead of us, what are we looking at here?
Well, it's really cold outside. We have the wrong tires, the wrong tire compound. It's sandy. Should work out great.
Yeah. Hell's Gate's always a fun one. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, go do it to it.
You a fan?
Yep,
Okay.
big fan of it.
Well, tell me, spitball me. Give me 2 or 3 things. What are the things that stick out that you've really enjoyed about it?
First one, the seats. Seats are so comfortable.
And to reiterate
Right.
that's the factory Kawasaki seats that come in them.
Not aftermarket,
Yeah.
which is impressive.
Okay.
I love the harnesses, retractable.
Retractable harnesses.
So easy to get in and out.
Big deal.
I love all the cup holders. I'm a drink girl. I love my drinks. All my water jugs and everything, and I got them all over.
I know there's one that you haven't mentioned that you're a big fan of.
The music. Again, factory.
Yep, the factory stereo. Pretty impressive.
I love having a little bass in my butt. And this stereo is impressive.
No, it's hard to beat cruising around these trails with the views and everything in Moab. So we're at the top of Helzer Bend where the Devil's Hot Tub is, and we're dropping off. Look at these views. So Crystal's filming here, pointing forward. Dude, look at it out there. The LaSalle Mountains in the background. Dude.
With that snow on them, it's pretty.
Red rocks, snow-capped mountains. The one accessory that we did make sure we had, because like I said, it is January in Moab. It has snowed on us, it has rained. The one thing we are beyond grateful for is that Kawasaki windshield.
Yeah, saved my life.
Oh my goodness, this would be a miserable trip without having that windshield.
Yeah, it would.
Woo, here we go.
Yeah.
Give it the old beans.
Oh, you got the windshield dirty.
Speaking of windshield, but for a machine that's able to do everything that it's able to do, my hat's off to Kawasaki. Seriously, you guys, this platform has potential.
Slick rock, we're rock crawlers. That's our DNA. Everything we've ever built in our lives, somehow we're building off that platform because that's what we enjoy doing.
Yes.
We go to the dunes too. We've done cars in that world, but we really predominantly play in the rocks.
And that's the next question. What are the things that you think that need to be tweaked or adjusted to push it to that limit that it's going to be one of those go-to crawlers for us? And in my opinion, I don't think it's much.
No.
But there is a couple things that we
have to be done. Yeah. So my feel is it's geared a little tall for what we do. And so in my head, I'm thinking we portal these cars. If we go from a 33 to a 37, we're looking at 1.5 inches of circumference tire, a little more rolling maps.
Mm-hmm.
So if we go to a 30% reduction on some dual idlers, we're going to be probably 15 to 20% lower than stock with a 37-inch tire.
Which honestly probably put us in a pretty good sweet spot.
Probably the sweet spot.
And I want you to be honest with me. How many times have you giggled today when you got on that throttle?
Uncontrollably. My cheeks were hurting from smiling. Some of that stuff we were hitting at high speeds, I mean, it just got that Hammertown feel to it. They absorb so well, they handle, they're so responsive. You can really control that car, even in horrible, rough terrain.
So last question. People have reached out a bunch and want to know, I don't do a lot of rock crawling, but if I go to Moab or some of these other places, a couple times a year.
Right.
Is it going to be a car that I really need to do much to?
I feel like for a factory platform, for a guy who wants to dune, wants to mountain ride, do some rock crawling, just like that, out of the box, no problem.
Okay.
No problem at all. We're extremists when it comes to rock crawling. We do stupid stuff. These cars are what we were building 5 years ago out of the box. The OEM world is catching up to what we were doing in the aftermarket.
Right.
All right, we're winding up the end of the day here. We've had a great day of wheeling. A really surprising great day of wheeling.
It was, I'm not going to lie. We started off a little monotone. It was a little cold, but it's turned into a great day.
A great day. I'm super happy about that. What we're taking away from this, the questions we wanted answered was whether or not these machines were going to do well in this environment.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, that is a hell yes.
Resounding.
Yeah. The cool thing about these cars, they're roughly 5 to 10 grand cheaper than some of the competitors out there. And so for anybody out there who wants to have that badass machine that you're at the dunes, you want to have a really comfortable mountain car, something that hits trails, something that's able to rock crawl, this is a really good go-to. But as a factory car, extremely happy.
Very, very happy. Rattle things off, suspension, aesthetics, the screens, so many things about them just stick out. The
retractable harnesses that work really well, easy to put on, really comfortable seat. The fit and finish them is freaking phenomenal.
Yep.
There's no squeaks, no rattles, none of that stuff going through.
Nope.
They feel really good. They feel very solid. We know Kawai's fashion. Not only have we toured the plant out there, we've been running Kawai's forever, we've been building Kawasaki's forever. They overbuild and underpower. Usually that's their motto.
Yeah.
But right now, they just overbuilt and put a lot of power into it. These things are phenomenally quick and really agile.
For sure. So in conclusion, if you have any hesitation, do not.
Yeah, they are definitely a great bang for the buck. Probably the best bang for the buck out there would be my guess.
Yep. And if any of you guys have any questions whatsoever, reach out to us on any of our social media platforms. We are happy to answer those questions.
Yep, chances are we'll see you out on the trail, probably in an H2.